Hey there guys, I decided since there's not really many of them out there, I'd just give you some guys some tips on Tiberium alliances, generally with defense and offense, and maybe even structural buildings and all that good stuff. Um, Obviously with the bases you want to have your, like higher on in the game, you'll have all the POIs giving you all the bonuses you need, so you don't need none of your harvesters, you just need tons of power. Keep them near harvesters if you can. Make sure they're always connected to some. If they're not, it's fine as long as the large amount is. Um, Make sure you have your defense facility obviously in the corner and your construction yard. And with defense, you want a mixture of offense, vehicles, and turrets, because this makes it harder for the enemies to, or the enemy player to bypass your defense. And you want to have them in rows on that one corridor of your construction yard, making it so if you had your defense up in the middle over here, say like just right here, they could sit there and strafe off one, the other in the middle, or they could just blast straight through. They can't, with this way, they can't send a whole entire large task force just to wipe out your defense. And also, it's also good to have a variety so that they can't just send, say, a GDI using a paladin and wiping out a bunch of scorpions, and just the rest their juggernauts and their firehawks and everything else just wiping out your defense. And the turrets, you always want to have a line if you can, have them like this. It can go either way. It doesn't have to be flak beam, or if you're GDI, I'm pretty sure it's still flak and then guardian cannon. And then the upgrades don't really matter until later on. If you're Nod, these are pretty much all, like, I just usually get the ones just for the heck of it. You will want your black hand, and I don't have it right now just because I'm going for my 12th base here. And what you really want to have though is your anti-tank bearers, because they're very helpful. Your guardian cannons, uh, definitely your obsolete artillery and your SAM sites. Gatlings, they're worthless. Don't worry about them. Um, your flags too if you want to store things. For offense, if you're Nod, you definitely want your rocket squads and attack bikes, because doing it like this, also with your venoms, it makes that venom stronger. So the stronger it is, the farther it can go back to your the enemy or forgotten bases to put them down. Scorpion, I don't really use them, so I can't tell you about how good they are with the upgrade. But I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. The specters, there's the stealth, really useful. Your cobras, the shields are very valuable. Commandos, yes, not it's just really helpful. The avatars, this is like your favorite upgrade right here, because once you get these guys up high and you got your conversion, it's just really good. And then I'm not too sure about the confessor one. I'm still debating on that, but Salamander definitely. And yeah, for your offense now, same as before, and I've been doing a lot of attacking, so excuse the low repair time. But you, like I said, with the defense, you want a mixture of all of them: the vehicles, infantry, and air. I usually roll with 3 venoms, and like I said right there, with the missile launchers. And then you have the Salamander. You can have up to 2 of these if you want. It's all up to you. And 3 is still fine with avatars, but I roll with 4. Um, I generally haven't ever used 2 Cobras. I've experimented with it and it hasn't turned out so well. You can have 1 Commando, but I like to have 2, just in case one gets caught and the other one can keep stealthing past. Confessors, you want to have 2 of them, or if you're GDI, sorry if you guys are GDI, but you'll get the point of the basics. But when it comes to strategy wise, I can really only give you Nod. Confessors or snipers, like I was saying, you want them in 2x2, because say if you're fighting, let's see, you're fighting an outpost or a camp or a player, and say there's two snipers right by each other, you send them both in, and one absorbs the shots while the other attacks, and it takes them out. And then you can have four. I've seen it a lot, but I just generally like to have three of them. And I've also seen a lot of people use two, but I just like to play it safe. So say if there's a little bit of heavy packed over here of anti-air, I'll have them all go, and I just want at least one to hit either the defense facility or the construction yard. And oh, alright, sorry about that. Page crashed. It does that a little bit. If you're veterans to the game, you'll know that very well. Um, like I was saying, your other bases, you want a good amount of them to be for refineries, keep your credits pumping, and something that's very valuable to help you get in the game. If you really like, you can, as far as I've done, because I didn't. I've been on 35 for a while, and I recently started using this. It's called Command and Conquer script, or if you've heard CNC script. Pretty much just upgrade quick and easy, just like that. It has some other useful things like long range scrolling, all that good stuff. Also, one of the most valuable things, say if you did this, if you may saw earlier, you can simulate attacks. You know, just go see what it looks like. Yeah. Um, you still want to have a couple attacking bases, but as far as now, since we're going up towards the fortress soon, since all the people are rotating for the fortress, I just decided to have two. My Sword Art Online and Rosero Vampire. Um, I just made those my two main attacking bases and set the rest for farming and pretty much all high defense, because as you saw here with POIs, you want to have at least two guarding a POI for all you Alliance people out there, because there can be people, say, is there anyone over here? Say one of our NAPs decided to go rogue or something and took our POI, and there was only one here, and they could influence it to take that. So you want two here, and you also want your defenses to be high to hold them. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Most people I know look for good offense setups and defensive, but that's all I have to say for now. And if you guys, I know since I just started, and I'll also have Minecraft videos out sometime soon, but yeah, if you want more, just say. Even if it's one person, I'll do my best to help. But yeah, well, have a good day, guys.